I can tell you from a person who was a school teacher who, last year I taught school. My wife had given birth to her oldest, and I would run her to daycare. She was a resident physician then, so she had no time, right? She was working crazy hours. So I had to take the baby to the hospital and get breastfed, go home and try to find breast milk in the freezer and warm it up, double boiler. We didn't do microwaves back then for some reason. I had to feed the baby, and I had to drop my child off. You know, it was a tough thing. It's cool to be home when my kids are sick, even though they're 12 and 15 now. It's nice to, when they're not feeling good, knowing I can rearrange my schedule and make twice what I used to make another teacher. It's not a bad deal. Right? Not a bad deal. So let's go on to our business model a little bit. What you do as a health coach? You're not selling Medifast, right? You're supporting clients. You're in a consultative business. You're just helping someone get to their goals. The client purchases their food from the company. The company reimburses you for supporting them. This is a unique business model. What I like to say, what I love about Take Shape for Life almost more than anything is this little term I call free to coach. And if you are a client with Take Shape for Life, what's really, really cool is that when your coach is supporting you, they cost you absolutely nothing. So if your client were to go online and buy Medifast direct from the company, they pay what? The same. They pay the same. So when I sit down with someone to talk to them about their health goal and health journey, it's really nice to know that I cost them absolutely nothing, right? So I can really be there for them. And we know from Consumer Reports this last January, they kind of published a survey looking at all their people who are members of Consumer Reports, and they published that Medifast, it's not Take Shape for Life, it's Medifast as a tool, its efficacy in how fast people lost weight per dollar per pound, we were light years ahead of everyone else. We were light years. So you know when you sit down and talk to someone about that you can help them, that A, you're giving them the best dollar per pound value that's out there, period. You know that, and you're free to them. That's pretty cool. I mean, where else are you going to get that? You know, you don't feel like you're not making money from your clients at all. So the company is paying you part of what they normally would get to support that client. So you're free to coach. So in Take Shape for Life, we have a couple different business models. You can, at first you can acquire and support clients. Some people just stay there. That's all they want to do is acquire and support clients. And you can do that if you wish to. You can also go on and enroll and mentor other health coaches like we're doing today. You can be involved in this process and eventually be like Whitney and Greg and help build teams of health coaches and teams of business coaches. So your compensation, basically, you can choose what you want to do. You can work full-time, you can work part-time. I have Sarah with me. Sarah, when she first started, Sarah's a registered dietitian. When she first started, how many years ago, Sarah, was it? 3 years ago. Between May and October, she had 3 kids in 3 schools, and she was working 3 jobs. So 3 kids in 3 schools working 3 jobs. You ever hear that? 3 kids, that's craziness, right? So, but Sarah spent time, she would drive. When she was driving, she was a Bluetooth, and I supported her, and in 5 months, she got the executive director. She would go quit one of those crazy jobs and go on. So, essentially, you can fit it in the cracks of your life. You can help people, like Linda said, when you're just out, just talking to people. You can just be of service to people. What's really, really cool is right now, this is kind of a unique thing that doesn't happen very often. We have what's called an Encore Cab bonus. And that is if a new health coach becomes a health coach, typically the cost to become a health coach is $199. So it's a very small investment. And in your first month as a health coach, if you have 5 clients join and they spend $1,200, which is pretty much, that's going to happen, the company pays you a $100 cab bonus back. Well, now through July, if you become a new health coach and you do it the second month, and you're able to get 5 more new clients your second month, they give you a second $100 cab bonus back, called an Encore. So we don't do things like that very often, but it happens right now. So essentially, not only do you get paid for supporting those 10 clients, but basically the company's giving you all your money back that you invested to become a coach, plus a buck.
And it's on top of the coaching fees.
What's that?
And that's
it's on top of on coaching fees, on top of what we normally make for supporting those people. Yeah, it's just a bonus. I have okay, I'm gonna point this a little better.
The button on the right.
Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm pushing the middle. It's not mine. So getting started, what does this mean for you? What can you look for? You've heard kind of numbers. We look at like the first few months. Senior coach is someone who's supporting about 5 clients. That would be probably the manager supporting about 10, $350 to $1,000 a month. Executive director is someone who has at least probably 22 clients or more, 20 to 40 clients, and that's like $2,000 to $4,000 a month. National director, 5 to 10,000. Global, presidential, or even more yet. And this is kind of our income disclosure statement. These are actual real numbers, dollars people make. So if you look at senior coach, someone who's just getting started, you can see the average, that's $324. That's someone who's helping those 5 people, basically about 5 people a month. Again, those first 2 months you can earn a CAB bonus on top of that. Executive director is kind of where you max out in compensation. And you can see we have someone here who's just supporting clients. They're not supporting coaches. They're doing $14,000 a month. That's the very top out of the whole company, right? So that gives you an idea of the possibility that exists there. And then down this way, you can see as we go from executive director, this is someone helping 20 to 40 clients, about $2,800 a month is the average. And that's part-time for most of those people. Global director, again, 18,000, integrated global 53,000. Those are monthly numbers. Looking at in terms of the year, we see, again, senior coach, that's seeing 5 clients a month, $4,000 a year. You could set aside a college fund for that, right? Someone's pulling a plug on me, so I'm going to go a little quicker here. Let me just fast forward. So I just want to close by saying this. And that is when we started, I talked about Steve Jobs and the idea of that, do I like what I'm doing? Am I satisfied with my life right now, what I'm getting out of it? Would something else make sense to try? And so today I want to invite you for $199 if you're interested. What you've heard today sounds like it could be a fit for you. Talk with the person that brought you. And have them go over and talk to some of us as well and explore how this might be a fit for your life. Because what I love about this company is really, more than anything else, it gets to be part of you too. If you sell anything, you're only selling yourself. That's it. So it's just finding about the commonality of where you can overlap with this. When you find that sweet spot, it will work. It's just finding that sweet spot and you want to stick with it until you do. And if that sounds good to you, we'd like to invite you to stay with us. We're going to do a health coach training here in a few minutes. How long's our break, Greg?
Let's see. 10 minutes.
10-minute break, because I went 2 minutes over. You can sue me later. We'll go a couple giveaways. So I invite you to join us. Stay around, and thank you so much for coming this morning.